We are going to Fuerteventura. It's finally happening. The first SLALOM X World Cup of the season is about to start, and we used the moment to tidy up the gear a little bit. You probably saw it in the last video, and now it's time to pack everything up, get everything into the car. That's going to be the first mission. And finally, Citroën is not only with us on the road, but also on the water. So I finally received the Citroën stickers, which are going to go into the sails, and after we're done with that, we're off to the road and on our way to Fuerteventura. Fully packed, as you can see, enough room for both of us to sit, enough space, just enough space to see the side mirror. All I can say is thank you, Citroën, and time to start our road trip to Fuerteventura.
Got a bike in California, I ride it by the ocean waves. I've got a scattered mind.
So late morning at 10 AM we started in the south of Tenerife and drove 50 minutes to the capital of the island, Santa Cruz, to catch the 2-hour ferry heading east to Gran Canaria. Lars, do you remember when was the last time when we took this ferry?
First time we met.
Was the first time we met, and we went from Tenerife to Gran Canaria to go windsurfing in Pozo Izquierdo. Was 3 years ago?
Must be 3 years.
Must be 3 years ago.
Over there.
Yeah. This is the ferry, the yellow one over there. First stop Gran Canaria, then a short way through the mountains, and then to the ferry to Fuerteventura. Arriving in Gran Canaria is an impressive scenery with the steep mountains, but sightseeing was not really in our plans, because we wanted to try to get onto the next ferry to Fuerteventura 2 hours earlier than we had booked online. First ones on the ferry. Look at this beautiful spot they gave us. And we are here in Fuerteventura. We have a short 20 minutes drive in front of us to get to the location, Rainy Igli, Sotavento Beach. It's a beautiful beach. You will see in just a second. I think it's too late for a session tonight. The sun is about to set, but stoked to finally arrive. Oi! First ones off the ferry! And in case you were curious about the costs, we paid 216 euros for the both of us and for the car from Tenerife to Gran Canaria, and then from Gran Canaria here to Fuerte. What looked like 2 to 3 minutes for you guys has been how long for us?
I don't know, 8-9 hours.
About 8 or 9 hours for us, so we're pretty tired, but the Citroën once again brought us safely to our destination, and this handy rack is so damn convenient. I booked an apartment a little bit away from the spot, from the beach, because actually if you spend all day at the beach competing, training, whatever, at the end you're kind of happy to get some distance. We're gonna meet the other guys down at the beach tomorrow for some proper action, but yeah, now it's time for us to get some sleep and get some rest. See you tomorrow. So the wind forecast is only for 11 to 12 knots today, but here you can always add solid 5 knots for the local thermal effect, and I see some windsurfers out there behind me, so we're just gonna go down to the beach and see what it is. That's the life of a windsurfer. Just see what the conditions are. Don't rely too much on the forecast. So crazy. The water comes higher every year. Last year, the Windsurf Center was still up here, but this beach is getting flooded, so they have to move everything down there on that end of the beach. Yeah, so this is the previous Windsurf Center, or at least parts of it, but I saw some old pictures from here where you have beach all over the place, and now it's just full of water. But isn't it beautiful? Yellow sand, blue water, full of windsurfers. And I'm gonna be one of them in just a second. First few runs in a new spot is always exciting, so let's get it, let's have some fun. Good first day. It was a few nice runs with Maciek, and it's a tricky spot. Always when you come here for the first time, you get reminded how difficult it is with the chop out there, because the wind is pushing against the wave. So like whenever you pass a wave, you get fully powered up, and sometimes the gusts are really strong. So the nose rises and it's really hard to keep it under control. That's a good challenge to trim the gear for that, because on the way in, you need the power to pass the waves from behind. Gotta find something in between. I retested. If you guys watched the last video, I said that I use mostly the SDM mast in the 7.4, and I now retested my MDM, which is between the RDM and SDM prototype, against the SDM, and clearly again the SDM was better. But you always want to retest the things at different spots to see if they still make sense in spots like this where the waves are completely different. And a nice couple of training dives with Maciek, and from tomorrow on I will put all the race setup. Now I was on the training sail, training board. We have 2 more days to the competition, and now it's time to start all the racing stuff and get tuned up. Would be nice to have some jibes in the flat water like this. Exactly. Unfortunately, they're always a bit further out in the chop.
No, but we had with this direction, super strong. And then the first mark is here in front, and you can, especially if you're at first, you can go like this.
And this is the World Cup beach right behind me. It's where the action is going to happen, and we had an epic first day on the water. It was not so strong yet, the wind, but I mean, look at that. We had solid 15-20 knots. I was fully powered up on the 7.4, and over the next days the wind is going to build. So what can I say? Stay tuned, guys, stay tuned. We're so excited to take you guys along with the video diaries, as you know it from the last years. And big shout out to Citroën for riding along with us, for supporting us here for Fuerteventura and Tenerife, because these kind of partnerships is what makes it happen. And with that said, I'm looking forward to see you guys in the next video.